In a medical malpractice case in New York, what happens if your treating doctor refuses to come into court and testify as an expert on your behalf? Would you like to learn the answer? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. It is very helpful if your treating doctor is willing to come in and testify on your behalf. Why is that? Because there's nobody better to tell the jury exactly what your problems are, what complaints you made, what treatment he's rendered to you, and what your prognosis is. Nobody better. Why? Because he has spent considerable time with you going through your history, going through your current problems, formulating a treatment plan, and trying to figure out what's going to happen to you in the future. Now, many times these treating doctors refuse to come into court. Why? Because they want nothing to do with the legal process. They don't like having to take time out of their busy office to then come into court and testify on your behalf, regardless of whether they're getting paid for their time or not. What do we do as an attorney who's representing an injured victim where your treating doctor refuses to come in and testify to the jury about the current treatment? Well, the only other option we have is to get a medical expert. That expert has to review all of your treating records. This way, when the expert does come in, we tell the jury that the doctor has reviewed all of your records, and then we ask the doctor for his opinions. Doctor, can you tell us what those records indicate? And now the doctor will go ahead and proceed to explain to the jury what's contained in those records. Then he'll be asked to give his opinion or conclusions about the prognosis, in addition to other things that we have to ask. So if your treating doctor refuses to come in, then we have no other choice but to get a qualified medical expert to come in and testify on your behalf. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in the litigation process here in the state of New York. You know, I recognize that you probably have questions of your own, and if your matter happened here in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. This is what I do every single day, and I welcome your call. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at lawmed10@yahoo.com. I'm Gerry Oginski here in New York. Have a wonderful day.